Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about why free education is important. Education is an important part of everyone's life, and it plays a very important role in the growth of an individual. Making education free for everyone and managing all by the government will be a very big step toward the rapid growth of a society. All parents want to make their children educated by sending them to schools and colleges. But sometimes due to the lack of resources, they have to deprive their children from very basic education. By making education free for the people, it will ensure that nobody will miss education just because they can't afford to pay for it. Young people from poor families could be very smart just by looking back to history and biographies of distinguished people raised in poverty can illustrate this best. Education is a vital and maybe the source for hope in the future. It is vital for the survival of one's academic, social, and if need be, a political career. So education is reasonable to be free to everyone. The problem is that the cost of attending many public colleges is so high that a lot of students simply can't afford to, which means far few students from lower income families attend college than those from the upper income families. From the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, it stated that in 2015, the total amount of student loan debt in America was estimated to be about $1.3 trillion. That's over 39% higher than it was just 4 years earlier. During the 2012 to 2013 school year alone, about 10 million college students took out student loans. That is 66% increase from a decade earlier. The National Center for Education Statistics stated that despite the growing need for increased education in advanced degrees to secure jobs, only 59% of students who begin college as freshmen at a 4-year college university received their diploma within 6 years. According to the estimates from 2013, young adults in America earn over 60% more if they have a bachelor's degree, rather than if they only complete high school. There are some advantages and disadvantages to having free education. I'm going to start off with some of the advantages of free education. First of all, more lower income students might reach graduation. Some students drop out because they don't have the ability to pay for tuition all 4 years. Making college tuition free would eliminate this reason for not graduating. This would also serve to improve college graduation rates, as fewer students will feel the need to drop to part-time status or even take a break from education for financial reasons. Second of all, student debt will no longer crush the younger generations. Without the weight of student loan debt, more college graduates might buy houses rather than renting apartments. They might buy cars, spend more on healthy food, and travel more. In essence, they could contribute more to the economy. Third of all, students might have more freedom to choose a major they enjoy, whether it's the influence of parents or knowing you need to pay loans back as quickly as possible. Current students are often guided toward practical majors that have a more profitable post-graduation income. However, for the advantages, there's also disadvantages about something. Here are some of the disadvantages about having free education. First of all, money. If America were to move to a tuition-free college policy, where would the money come from? The only answer is taxes. Who will pay these taxes? That will vary based on many things, but it seems certain that the upper 1% of the American society will see increased taxes if this passes. Or maybe it will just come from Wall Street. Second of all, younger generations won't know how to handle finances. College is full of learning experiences, one of which is learning how to work with a budget. College loans are often the first major financial dealing that people work with. Paying them off in a timely manner proves you know how to budget your finances. Skill people use again and again when buying cars or houses later on in the future. Without having to pay for school, that experience won't exist. Now let's move on to the plans that help in paving the way for free tuition. First of all, according to Bernie Sanders, that if we stop the federal government from making a profit on student loans over the next decade, it has been estimated that the federal government will make a profit of over $110 billion on student loan programs, which means federal government should lower their student loan interest. Second of all, the President of the United States could prevent the federal government from profiting on the backs of college students and use this money instead to significantly lower student loan interest rates. Third of all, it will require public colleges or private colleges to meet 100% of the financial needs of the lowest income student. Low-income students would be able to use federal, state, and college financial aid to cover room, board, books, and living expenses. What a wonderful world it would be once the plan is in place, right? It will benefit the entire nation, not just the individual students who take advantage of it. More and more of today's jobs are knowledge-based or require advanced technical skills. So a better educated workforce would help fill many of the skill gaps that prevent America's economy from growing faster. Since more people would be able to attain employer-desired credentials, more people would be able to take the good-paying jobs that often go unfilled. It means that the government would take in a lot of extra tax revenues, which could go a long way toward paying for free public colleges. Like other students, you might have a lot of options available to you, but the longer you wait to begin your post-secondary education, the more opportunities you may be missing out on. So even though should college be free is a question worth debating, the best action to take right now is probably to investigate the many helpful possibilities that already exist in making it possible for free education. Thank you so much.